I'm Knight.
My name is Toby Rudolf.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What are we doing?
We are stuck in the middle.
A Stuck in the Middle podcast, it's the shit.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
You're an idiot for not watching it.
Hey guys, thanks everyone for tuning in again. If you are out there, another episode of Stuck in the Middle with my man Tobias, Eric Rudolf.
Yep. Hello, Liam David Knight.
Thanks for spending your time unwisely and listening to us roll around in the mud.
Yep. Here we go, episode 4. No guest today, Liam.
No
guest. Just thought we'd just freestyle and
we got brushed by everyone.
we asked absolutely everyone in the NRL and wider regions, and no one's heard of us, so we got absolutely brushed today. But that's okay. People will hear of us, and we'll get sponsored, and we'll make heaps of money out of this real soon. But it's just not right now, Liam. Isn't that right?
We've drained out all our resources and we have no more friends.
Yeah.
So we're on a mission to find some friends. Anyone out there that wants to come on?
Resuming episode 4 of the podcast.
Technical difficulties.
With our producer.
We might be getting a new producer
Shortly, before the episode's out.
If anyone out there is producers, we have just had our first and last mishap from our current producer.
Yeah, one strike and you're out.
One strike and you're out in this world. It's a pretty cutthroat industry. Our world famous podcast that has 8 listeners or so.
Now, I know what you're thinking. Whoever's watching this, Toby, what are you doing in the yellow skivvy? I know this is a bit left field, but I just thought, you know what, I wanted to wear something that matched my exact skin tone, so it looked like I wasn't wearing a shirt. How does it look, Liam?
You know what? You've already taken my joke. You really wanted to steer into the skid.
I fully forgot about that, yeah.
You wanted to steer into the skid, so I couldn't bring you down because, you know what? I respect it, but you have to put a shirt on for the podcast, mate. We are on camera. People can see this.
There's plenty of listening podcasts. Do you reckon more people will do like YouTube or Spotify or Apple? Are we even on Apple?
We are. We are on YouTube though. A couple of people been hitting me up about that. It's just, it's pretty easy to find at Stuck in the Middle. Look out there for us.
I think you can find us on Google now as well. Our producer actually did one right thing this week and managed to change that. Our searchability should be up. So if it's not, you can put in some complaints at Stuck in the Middle on the Instagram page because we actually do know how to work that. So any complaints, questions, queries. And guys, anyone who wants to send some questions in about, asking us about footy or about our lives, our love lives.
Nothing's off the table.
Nothing's off the table.
Anything you want to say, you want answered, we'll get it out there. Get it to us and we'll do our best, the best we can.
To answer, please reach out. Now, weekly recap this week, Liam. Yeah, Liam and I took a little trip to Wagga Wagga. A friend of ours named Andy Morello had the idea to watch Liam play his first game back from his knee reconstruction. I've actually got some stats here. Not from the game. I wish I had some stats.
You're not a statistician?
Not a statistician. I've got some days since some things have happened. So, you did your ACL 264 days ago today. Did you know that?
I did not know that. That's a long time, man.
83 days later, you checked yourself into rehab after a pretty, downward spiral depression with the injury and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
That was on the 3rd of November. You've been sober now for 194 days. Is that right?
Yeah, 195 today.
195 today?
Think, yeah.
All right. And do you want to guess how many days it's been since you last played your last NRL game?
294 since injuries. Is it 300? Is it 300 games?
Games?
300 days. Yeah, 300 games I played. Yeah.
Yeah, about that, yeah.
All the rest. No, 300 days.
Minus 280. So it has been 346 days since your last NRL game. And listeners...
Almost a full year.
Almost a full year. 11 last year. Yeah.
That would explain it, man.
Well, it's around 10 this year.
I felt like, look, I haven't even thought about it. That's crazy. I felt like a virgin on the weekend, hey?
Yeah, I bet.
First game back, felt like a baby deer, just hovering around, falling over, slipping here and there, getting head knock here. Mm-hmm. It was, it felt like it was my debut game.
Yeah. Were you nervous before the game? Heaps nervous.
Yeah, I was heaps nervous, and I had the worst sleep, bro. I was rooming with Jackson. He's plays with us in reserve grade, and he's a good man. And if he's listening, I don't know if he will be at all, but I want to apologise to him because he was snoring the night before the game, and I specifically asked him. I said, "Hey mate, do you snore?" Nah, all good, don't snore. I said, are you sure? Because I don't mind if you do, just say up front. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know why you'd lie to me. We're going to find out. Yeah, anyway, gets to maybe 20 minutes into my attempt to sleep and all I hear is... chopping down trees, man. I was just sitting there like this guy. I would have went and got earplugs. I would have made, I would have made decisions. I could have, put myself in a place where I could have still slept. I was laying there, like, honestly, the amount of anger raging through my veins at this guy that I thought was a friend in my team.
And he's a liar.
Had lied to my face. The reason I have trust issues today
Just because of him?
is because of him. I was laying there and
Massive.
I couldn't cop it, so I'd scream, "Shut the fuck up!"
We'll wake him up.
Wake him up. No, I'm not going to not be able to sleep if he's sleeping. Like that doesn't work like that. That's not the paradigm shift, And then I then grabbed some pillows. You know how when you go to hotels, there's like heaps of pillows on the bed.
Yeah.
For whatever reason that is, who uses them? I don't know. Psychos.
Yeah.
Anyway, I grabbed a few of them and I started pegging at him.
Middle of the night.
Middle of the night, man.
Yeah.
I wasn't sleeping. Why should he sleep?
Yeah.
I just
Fairness.
went bang, slammed. I go, brother, like get on your side and shut the fuck up, please. I reckon I threw 5 pillows over the night.
Were you asleep
threw 'em.
between any of them?
In and out, like probably I'll put down the top 5 worst sleeps I've had.
Yeah,
I'm not a good sleeper in a coffin,
Yeah.
let alone like
A room with a
with
snore
someone like banging on the door with their throat. Oh man, I was fuming.
Yeah.
If I had more pillows, I would have threw more pillows. But it got to the point where I was throwing them so hard at the start, they were reloading back to me like on the ground, so I could reuse, and then throw them back in. But then they stopped reloading, so I was like, oh well, that's a lot of effort for me to get up.
And you probably wake up more doing it.
Yeah. So
How did Daniel sleep? Did you ask him?
I couldn't give a fuck. I hope he had nightmares. Apparently he was telling the other boys he was pretty dirty. Like, who throws pillows?
Oh, really?
Like, and I went, you know what? Like, who lies to their friends? Like, who lies to people about snoring? There's nothing to be embarrassed about. Let me look after myself.
Yeah. Well, look, that all aside,
I'm not dirty on it. I'm not dirty on it. or
Yeah, no
anything.
one bit.
I haven't slept since
anyway.
with anger. Yeah. So
Yeah. So,
0 issues.
0. Now, that all aside, you ended up playing the game. My friends and I surprised you. Our friends surprised you. How was the feeling running out, seeing us there, cheering you on, being, hey, Liam, go.
Mate, I was a nervous wreck.
Yeah.
I was just wanted to and the camera kept following me around, and it was just annoying. I just wanted to play footy. I just wanted to get it, get on the field and get out there. And then seeing you guys in the crowd, it put a big smile on my face. I was like, it just sort of took me out of my little nervous wreck, and it was a really nice feeling. You, Andy, Woodsy, and Jai, and my coach JD too, making the effort to come down and support me in Wagga. It's not exactly down the road, so it meant a lot to me. It was a really nice feeling.
Oh
No, we're just cute friends.
So you ended up playing the game. From what I saw, played very well. Still very Liam Knight football, dropping 2 balls.
1 ball.
There was 2.
One
It
went
was
backwards.
So 2.
One went backwards, mate.
So it was on the stat sheet?
I don't know. The ref might have made a mistake. But,
Well, regardless.
he's back into it. He's back into it.
Yeah.
I did my best.
Some people making mistakes around here. Our producer, the refs, everyone.
Producer of the refs.
Your accountability
the guy
is
that
skyrocketing at the moment.
snores and tells people he doesn't snore. And I don't know.
Well, just had to get ya.
Whoever got that haircut on you, fuck, that looks atrocious. It's growing out.
Deflection,
Definitely.
Liam.
Yeah,
Deflection.
I got to push it away.
No, so look, after playing the game, I remember we were sort of having chats and everyone was asking the question, when are you going to be back? When are you going to be back? You're saying sort of 3-4 weeks, and I was sort of expecting the same, 3-4 weeks of sort of doing your grind. But then, we want to fast forward to what's happened a couple of days later, you get a call from JD.
Yeah, JD, I definitely thought at least 2 or 3 weeks,
I thought 3 or 4, to be honest, but anyway.
Yeah, I was thinking 2 or 3. No one really cares about your opinion, especially me and your team.
He's a good true.
And, I was pretty happy with that, Obviously, every week I would have wanted to play first grade. But Tuesday afternoon, JD gives me a call, sort of asked me if I was ready to go, and I sort of didn't talk for 5 seconds. I was a bit shocked and so excited. I forgot to talk.
Yeah.
He's like, "Do you want to play, mate? Like, you're all good." I went, "Oh yep, keen, mate." Sorry, I was just really happy and I was a bit lost for words. Yeah, I'm all in, mate. I'm all in.
Well, as we were going about before, the numbers before, 294 days since the injury. 300 and almost a full calendar year since your last game. So, and the whole rehab journey, the whole bettering yourself journey. I saw your Instagram stories last night. You're talking to some super gross webinars that I couldn't stand.
Just
talking about business.
Talking to kids.
Is that what it was? I just assumed it was so
It was
huge.
an online school with.
Yeah.
I met a guy that created his own school.
Yeah.
You know, long story short, he, in COVID didn't like how the school system works. So he
Well,
just
long story short, I'm a
created his
fuckwit or
own.
what?
Yeah, you're a
Long
bit of a
story short, I'm a
I was
fuckwit.
just
Okay,
answering, talking to kids on that
Okay.
want to sort of they're chasing their dreams and
Yeah.
yeah, I was
That
just
sounds-
talking to those kids.
Yeah, it's so cool, bro.
So you should probably just reverse it up.
So we're meant to
Fix your
tell,
attitude
the whole
and-
point of having your own podcast, Liam, is to tell good stories on it. So
Yeah.
if you could just try and keep that in mind in the future, that'd be great.
Yeah, ask better questions. Be a better
Okay,
bloke, and
okay.
we'll all flow more freely.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I'll take it on board as long as you take what I said on board too.
Oh yeah, I'll take everything you say on board as always. Open mind around you.
Good stuff.
We teach each other here.
Good stuff. So,
As
now,
world class.
so look, you're playing your first game back. You're playing in Brisbane. You're playing Magic Round, which is unreal as well, round 10. Or the entire NRL going up to Brisbane. And the Storm, not exactly an easy game, mate. Not there's an easy game in the NRL, but you ready to go or what?
Yeah, Magic round 10. It's a bit surreal for me. I obviously I had a bit go on in my injury that would have pushed me back and a couple extra surgeries and stuff like that. I've been reflecting during the week. Like there was a point where I just said to myself, I don't know. Obviously, it's through whatever circumstance, I just said I'm playing round 10.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm going to play round 10 like NRL.
So you can go to Magic Round and have a crack with the Shields up there.
No, I just want to get back into playing footy. You know, like it was.
Why round
just,
10? Why Brisbane?
It was just a target game. I was, you know, maybe round 8 was round 8 or 9 was my return to play,
Oh,
and that was like cup kind of thing. And I said, you know, I just wanted to prove. To be honest, I wanted to prove the physios wrong. Whatever they told me, I would have tried to beat it.
I actually saw Eddie Farrell
It was
on
like
the way
a
in.
game within a game. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me to keep me more motivated every day. The physio said, "Yep, round 9." I went, "No, yeah, sweet, whatever you think, mate." I'm playing round 10 NRL. Like in my head, just kept me going. Like when I was just a little bit of motivation here and there when I just didn't want to train and when I was in a bit of pain, whatever it was. I just So it's pretty surreal for me.
Yeah, mate.
It's
Well,
a mad feeling. Melbourne Storm.
I am extremely proud of you. I think you know that though. Told you that before.
Yeah.
You know, I had a bit of almost a tear in my eye when you told me to get the call from JD and to do it in Brisbane round 10. Funnily enough, Brisbane, where you and I,
I've had
where we met.
we met. Oh, we did meet.
We met. What were you thinking of?
We've done a fair few things in Brisbane. Take back into the last year Magic Round.
Yeah.
If you'd like to hear that story, you can hit us up offline. But
That's not
yeah,
public information, that story,
we
no.
did meet.
We met in Brisbane.
Yeah,
We met.
far out. What a day that was. If only I knew.
Yeah.
And that was awesome, man. That was. What was it? What year was that? Was that 19?
2018.
2018. I went up there with some friends to watch a mate of mine play that happened to be in your team. So obviously
Cameron Cullen, shout out to Cullen.
No, it was Hugh Pratt.
Oh, Hugh Pratt.
And Cam Cullen.
Shout out to Hugh Pratt.
Yeah, shout out to Hugh Pratt and Cam Cullen with a few mates. And I watched, mate, you had a really good game, like a grouse game. And you got off the field and the crowd were loving you. You threw fins up. Just want to let everyone know, I'm pretty sure Toby Rudolf is the inventor of the fin. Like the fins up for the Dolphins. So Dolphins fans, you're welcome. Dolphins players.
Yeah,
Show
you
some
are,
respect to the godfather of the fin.
Bit of backstory as well. At
First
the
time I saw
time,
it.
2018, I was playing for the Redcliffe Dolphins in Q Cup
Yeah.
in Brisbane. And yeah, like you said, Liam came up with a few Manly boys, had a few Manly boys in my side already, and yeah, gave the fins up as I walked off the grand final field. Got taken off about 10 minutes ago. And
Yeah, and I just looked at him. He was loving it. The crowd was loving him, and I just went, "That's my man. He was my man." I was all for him. I was on the Toby train. I was on the fin. We were wearing Redcliffe shirts. It was a big couple of days. We had a lot of fun, and then
Well, yeah, I'll fast forward from my memory of what happened after that.
Yeah.
So we get our bus. We won the game. We get our bus into the Redcliffe Leagues Club. And what I saw when I walked in, I'll never forget, the entire Leagues Club was packed. Wall to wall with people. I'm going to say that would have been most of what attended the game there, minus these Tigers fans we beat. In just the Leagues Club, that was like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people. You couldn't
crazy.
Couldn't walk. They formed a tunnel for us as you walked in, and everyone was giving the fins. I was going mad.
I had a fin on my head. I was
Liam was finning heavily.
Fin Nation.
And we'll fast forward to the good part for me, which was when we actually ended up in the shed. So Liam, who was there with it was Tommy Turbo, Jake Tebojevic, Luke Garner. Is that the crew?
Yeah, I think that was it. And yeah, Hugh Pratt.
Yeah, came into the mix. Equation. Yeah, so we're in the sheds. Somehow the boys getting into the sheds. They were there later than most of our team. Actually, to be honest,
There was no one left. It was like
there was no one left.
5 or 6 of you boys, and there was us 4 in your sheds, 3 a.m. singing songs.
Yeah, singing piss. I think we taught you the Redcliffe. We
were trying to learn the Redcliffe song. We were all for it, and then I don't really know how it happened, but all of a sudden. You like sort of dared me. Like, I don't know what's talking. We're getting close and had a few. It was early hours of the morning. And then next thing you know, we're both naked.
I know how this happened.
Yeah, well, tell me because I'd love to know.
I've told you before, but clearly your head knocks are coming to bite you on the ass. Yeah. So am mine. So the song comes on, Give It Up, KC and the Sunshine Band.
Baby, give it up, give it up. Baby, give it up. Yeah.
So yeah, I look across the room and I don't know what happened. Like we just both stood up,
locked eyes. Love at first sight.
Love at first sight. We just start getting full nude, and then we just get up and just start like put our hips in. And
I had you like you jumped on me. Your legs were at the back like a front piggyback.
Yeah. Full nude.
We just like full thrust, full nude, full weird.
Yeah.
Full on.
That it was. Oh God, that it was.
Oh wow, that was. And then what was a beautiful start to a friendship.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, 100%. That was what is it called?
Yeah, you gotta watch that.
Yeah, that was quite an introduction into the friendship of Liam and Toby that eventually became this podcast.
Eventually became roommates, best friends, and
then worst enemies.
We had time there.
We had little tiffs there, but
we almost punched on.
Yeah, you come home and
I don't know. It was like something stupid, like a remote control or something. Like, mate, or you were watching a movie,
watching TV.
Yeah, like get it off. No, you. No, you.
I wasn't watching TV. You walked in. You were on the phone loud. I was doing your networking phone calls, talking with your big head at me. I was like, fucking shut up. Anyway, I'm just like, I go into the room because you're on the phone on TikTok or Insta just scrolling and as loud as you can. I'm like, fuck this. So I just go into my room. Didn't have a TV in my room. Sit down on the bed. Then you start watching TV and I walk out and go, fuck no, it's not happening. I was just watching TV. I go, turn it off.
You turned it off at the wall.
I turned it off at the wall. I wanted a dramatic affair. I know. It was like, what? It was what?
We like came to like, like, what are we doing?
Yeah. We just stopped.
I was like,
yeah, that was.
that was funny.
I think I was at the time when I just had a lot of testosterone in my body. I wasn't
really. Was that cooped up? That wasn't COVID, was it?
Oh, wasn't the whole thing COVID pretty much?
Yeah. I missed the TikTok Toby making random TikToks.
Oh, Jesus.
Deleted a few of the best ones.
Deleted one. Oh, yeah, you know what I reckon I should do, by the way? For this podcast, I was a question to the 400 fans that are out there.
All of them.
All of them. So
love you all.
Every single one of you.
Love you all.
I'll never forget you. So I was thinking of doing that exact one again, but me and you, how we've started, how far we've come.
As a TikTok?
As a TikTok.
Yeah, I'm in.
You're in?
Yeah. You're the choreographer. I'll rock up and I'll do my best. And
I reckon you're scared. If
I'm not scared, bro. I went through a random stage there where you were coming up with some wild ideas.
Yeah, I did.
Some wild ideas.
Well, we couldn't leave the house, so I was just left to my own device.
Yeah, we could have done some other things, but moving on.
Yeah.
Show is stuck in the middle.
Yep.
My mate is a bit stuck right now. You've just gone through a bit of surgery.
Yep.
You're back out of the boot.
Yeah.
You're playing next week. But
I'm playing next week. Oh yeah, I'm out of the boot.
Yeah, you're out of the boot. So you're pretty much so you've got about 8 weeks to go.
Yeah, I keep sitting further away from you, and Dan's telling us to get closer. Our shit producer,
our old producer,
our former producer,
our ex-producer. He's trying to exert his last form of authority before.
See you later.
We put an ad campaign out there to get another one.
And they were in his studio.
Yeah.
So
do we get the studio? No.
I don't know. So yeah.
How you going, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm really good. The first couple of weeks were no worries. The first couple of weeks were holidays, as I've sort of said earlier. I was kind of just, for the first 2 weeks, had a bit of a load off. I've been playing quite a bit over the years. Never nice to be injured, don't get me wrong, but I sort of just took the best of a bad situation, silver lining and all that, and a bit of time for rest and relaxation. Yep. The first 2 weeks were spent, just playing Nintendo and with a few friends over and just having good people around me. That was really good, really healthy for me. And after 2 weeks of not seeing sunlight, I decided to venture out of the house. I was in my moon boot, and now a couple of weeks post that, I'm actually walking around with my tailwinds with a very stiff orthotic in the middle of them so I can walk around.
It's good to see that you can spend 2 weeks inside and still have this fake tan that you always walk around in.
Yeah, it does kind of help, a little bit.
I don't want to keep going.
No, yeah, but no, man, I'm fine. So I've just started back to all my cardio. I'm doing all my rehabilitation exercises. Start running soon. It's obviously really good for the team that I haven't been playing because they've won every single game without me.
They've been a lot better without you.
It's been a lot better without me, yeah.
It's definitely probably not a reflection of you, but it definitely is as well. They were struggling coming through. They were winning games, but now they're just on top of on top of the ladder.
Second.
You're equal second with us.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I just can't put my finger on it.
I just got rid of the dead weight.
Coincidence of the dead weight.
Got rid of the dead weight. But, mate, it's good. I'm going to Magic Round as well, which will be really good.
You are coming up?
Yeah, I'm coming up. Yeah.
Follow me around, mate.
Yeah, Wagga last week, Brisbane this week.
How good's that?
Where are we going?
What day you guys playing?
Oh, we're going to Perth soon too.
Yeah, we're going to Perth soon.
No, we're versing you in Perth.
Oh, is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's outstanding.
Friendship.
Yeah. We're going to be together, brother.
So, yeah, mate, look, as we said, the show's called Stuck in the Middle. I haven't felt too stuck lately. I'm feeling pretty good. Never nice being injured, as we all know, as you know better than most, Liam. But, yeah, on the road to recovery and just ready to rip and tear into the rehabilitation side of things, take a step back.
Yeah.
Let the boys perform. We've got like a few young guys coming through as well. That'll do the job. Tom Hazelton, we call him the 40-20.
Why is that?
Because he's 20 but he looks 40.
That's like Cody Walker, but he's like the 40-80.
No, yeah, he's like 40-400.
Yeah, 40-60, whatever it is.
Yeah. How old's Cody now? Like 42?
I think he's 32, bro.
Is he actually?
32, yeah. Shout out to Big Code Walks.
Love your codes.
Love you, man.
He used to choke me out training all the time, him and Reno.
Really?
He used to take turns choking me out.
We should take turns.
Take turns. Well,
like
take turns wrestling. Yeah.
Tag, choke.
Yeah. And then in and out. I pretend to fall asleep, then try and get him back, and they were good times.
They sound like good times. Now he's just pinching people's arms, and he's the biggest punish.
Still a pest?
Yeah, he's still a pest.
Good pest or bad pest?
It depends on
Endearing pest.
Very endearing. Punish.
Yeah.
Boys are walking around, bro, with bruises on their triceps.
From the
Lockie
pinch.
Ilias gets abused. Big bruises on his triceps.
Yeah.
And Tuffy.
Tuffy gets hit as well.
Yeah.
Can we talk to the viewers, the listeners, about the Lockie Ilias situation you guys got going on at the club right now?
What one's that?
The one where someone runs onto the training pitch.
Oh, it's not on. We got him up in front of the team.
Why don't you tell everyone what's been going on? Or do you want me to do it?
You can do it, yeah.
So what I've heard, there's rumours going around. I don't know who I heard it from. Definitely wasn't anyone in the room. That Lockie Ilias, who I've met before, lovely bloke. I actually do rate him.
That man. Honestly, I love that man.
He's a great footy player as well. I do see him as a long-term replacement. People saying, let's get a new 7 for you guys. I'm like, what the fuck's the point? He's a gun. But
yeah, he's a weapon.
Anyway, he comes in the field after training, and his missus is apparently running onto the field with a GoPro. Oh, my baby. Oh, how good. In front of everyone. And that has been going on for how long before there was any discipline?
Yeah.
In regards to stop it.
It was hard for me to watch. I didn't sleep well that night.
I bet.
I'm all for love, and I love love like the next guy, and I understand they had a few weeks apart, but there was some head scratches and some moments of despair watching that unfold in front of my eyes.
Yeah,
I was pretty traumatized.
Yeah, I bet.
And it was addressed eventually, so we'll keep it in house there.
Keep it in house.
But yeah, I do. He's a very, very good man, and we'll let that one slip just this once. But,
just this once, but
yeah,
I'm keeping tabs.
Yeah,
I won't reveal who the mole is either. I got a funny story from Wagga actually.
Oh yeah, take back Wagga.
Yeah, take back to Wagga. So Liam and I, after my night out, Liam came out with me for a bit, but couldn't keep up as he's sober. All good.
Yeah. You were by yourself.
Yeah, I was by myself for like 4 hours. It was mad.
We were playing pool for a bit.
That was fun.
And then they backed order, and I went 9:30, my limit.
Yeah, bedtime.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I walked in at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah, steaming.
Yeah, it was, Wagga. Shout out to Wagga. What a town. I had a great time in Wagga. It's a great time.
I didn't get to experience it. It was raining.
Yeah, true.
But it was memorable for me, my first game back.
Of course.
Losing my virginity once more.
So, speaking of virginity and losing it, so we go to the servo the next day after all this. And what did you end up buying from that servo, Liam?
I bought some muscle meals.
Yeah, anything else?
A drink.
Liam bought a bottle of lube with some muscle meals, which I think is a pretty weird combo.
You promised me we were going to have a wrestling.
We're gonna have
You
a
promised
wrestling.
me a wrestling match, and I said, okay, but if we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right.
Yeah,
we're gonna get
yeah.
a big bottle of lube.
Yeah, well, it was only that
And
big actually.
We
so-
don't want to just muck around knee wrestle. Anyone can do that.
Yeah.
Not many people want to get in their kit
But
off.
the bottle of
and
lube
get-
was small. It was small. It wouldn't
Yeah,
have been
but
enough for us to wrestle.
we didn't need a lot, all right? We just needed to lube up the areas like the elbows and, the knees. So we don't
anything
get any.
else?
Nah, that was it. I wanted to get
That was
amongst
it.
it, slap it into it,
Liam.
You're a tight ass. I got my bottle. You didn't get your bottle. So I had
Liam
to
bought
share it between
lube.
both of us.
Liam bought lewd and Wagga
To have a
because
wrestle.
he was horny and he had none. And I wanted the listeners to know that.
You can't.
Yeah, we can.
You can't lie to people like that. Though.
Oh,
This is Jackson snoring all over again. mate.
misinformation.
can't be doing it.
Misinformation.
I've got a video of us wrestling. I'll put it out there.
You put it out there.
No, but you got a bit weird.
With AI again?
Yeah,
or-
with AI, yeah. You got a bit weird, but I will put it out there.
Okay, yeah.
Probably shouldn't have see people's.
Liam, man, I said, you all good?
I'm all good, man.
Bit of self-love. Think everything all right at home?
Anyway, moving on.
What do you got?
I got a big game this week.
Oh, I'm glad I remembered to tell that story.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad
really
you're here.
glad,
Yeah, I'm really glad you made it to Walker. I hope your plane crashed.
Oh, jeez, that was good.
Oh man,
that was
it's
Would you rather me tell that story or not tell that story?
Well, I don't care.
Yeah.
Tell your stories. Everyone knows their lies. This guy's, you can't trust him with a used napkin. I bought it for other reasons. You know it, mate. It's just you got to get your mind out of the gutter. You're a gross human being.
No, I am.
You
I
are-
am.
Yeah. Mate, you're fired. What are you still doing here?
Yeah, Dan just told us that the door was squeaking. That's what we needed the lube for, which obviously it was.
Yeah, exactly. It works really well.
Yeah, it does. It does. Why is your shoe off?
Oh man, I'm just
You're
getting,
stinking the fucking
I'm
room
getting
out.
comfortable now.
Just a quote from our producer as well. Liam walked in here and did quote from our producer: a fart that stained the atmosphere. And now he's in here taking his shoes off, and I'm sitting very close to him, and I feel so uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
I think it's sweet.
Oh, it does. I just smell my foot fully. That's fucked.
That's weird. My foot smells like foot.
It is really. Well, mine smells like
We go back.
roses and princess. That's all we got time for on the podcast.
No, we do not. We got plenty more.
What other
Plenty
stories?
more coming.
Yeah.
We definitely do want to encourage people listening at home to send those questions in. We want to make a segment like a would you rather. If you guys have any would you rather, your favorite one, and throw them out there.
Make sure
we'll
it's as
jump on-
rogue as possible because
Yeah,
we'll attempt
want
to answer
left
anything.
field. We don't, if it's generic, it's not coming up. So please, get into your kit bags and make something that'll make us laugh. And we want to be put on the spot.
Get amongst it.
Yeah, we won't look at it beforehand. We'll get it up on the show live and
Yeah.
see how we go from there.
Just spit all like we do now.
Yeah,
Maybe make some more run sheets.
yeah.
Do we
Man,
need
I
run
feel
sheets?
like giving myself a rap, eh? I'm fucking carrying you on this podcast.
Are you Jamie? Mate, I feel like it might be this shitty mustard, your one. I think it's just like making me mute. Like you usually are. I'm the one carrying you on this podcast.
Yeah,
bitch.
no, I think so.
I think so too.
I'm actually happy you're coming up to it this weekend.
You know what I'm happy about?
What's that?
The fact that there's no guest this week and I'm not sweating the fucking house down.
Yeah, you
I
get
can
so
actually
nervous.
relax.
Like, you can just be yourself, man.
I know, I can't be myself, but I still just like I just get hot flushes.
When we get some more friends, like we're gonna get some more guests on.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to work out. Maybe we'll get you a personal air conditioner
Well,
or
Dan,
fanner.
luckily we're hiring for a new producer and there's actually...
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm good now. I'm not even
When the-
nervous. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Well, Dan's just been fired as a producer. He could be my new leafer.
Maybe if he's
fanner.
desperate, or just a little.
Just spinal move would be fine. But yeah, man, I'm keen as to come up. I'm getting up there just to do all the promos that the Sharks players don't need to do. They can focus on the game and
Yeah.
going around, shaking a few hands, kissing a few babies, and getting amongst the Brisbaneites, which
Yeah.
are some of my favourite people on the planet.
Yeah.
Great city, Brisbane, coming for you.
Can't wait to
see.
play.
Are you more nervous to play this week or were you more nervous to play last week?
Last week, I didn't want to play.
Yeah,
I just wanted to get it over
yeah.
and done with.
That was what I felt when I come back from my injury as well.
Yeah, fuck. It was
It's
just,
one of the
I
most
was so
nerve-wracking game ever.
stressed. I was like, I was just always looking at people diving in my legs and just like things started coming up. Like, I've done so much. It's been so long. I've done so much work to get here. What if I just get injured again?
Yeah, that would
Mate,
be...
it was like the fears
Yeah.
I was having. Like, what? I honestly wouldn't know what. Like, obviously, I just do it again, I suppose.
Get
But
on with
like,
it,
I was
but-
like, fuck, it's a long time,
Been through all the days.
So I was rattled, yeah. Like, and then that sort of led into this week. When JD told me, I was crying. I was so happy I was crying. and everything just sort of washed over me. Like, it made everything worth it. And even if I wasn't playing first grade at all, I think, or like, you know, this week or whatever it was, I still feel like everything I did for myself and to get my, you know, after all the pain I was in and all that kind of stuff, like, it made everything just like, it just washed over me like relief, like pure relief. Like everything I was doing, you know, just made it all worth it, I suppose, for me.
Nice.
It was my number one goal that sort of drove me. It was what is happening this week. And I just think it's like, yeah, it was so important for me. So anyway,
what day are you guys playing this week?
Saturday.
You guys must be before us. I think we're the last game, so
Yeah.
I'll be there watching you.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
You know what we should have done this week would have been really good? You know, I want to save it. I want to keep it as a little teaser. I'll tell you afterwards. I reckon you'll like it.
Keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets around
Yeah,
here.
for sure.
Actually, I'll tell the listeners because they deserve to know. We should have got Dry on here
Yeah.
today and had like a roommate chat about how shit you are as a roommate.
Mate,
And
you
just tearing
are
shreds.
the
When I was
worst.
living with you, I was bad.
I'm sure you've gone better, but
I have
mate, you
gone
were
better.
terrible.
But also, you know, we sort of specified that it'd be me and you living together singular. And then you ended up bringing a girlfriend into my domain.
You were into your like enclosure.
I was a principal tenant before.
Into your enclosure.
Into my enclosure, yeah.
Like a big gorilla.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit of, and still haven't heard a sorry for it, but you know, whatever.
I'll never apologise to you for anything.
What about the sorry that I deserve?
Deserve.
When we
It's a big word.
first lived together
Entitled
in Randwick. Yeah. When we first lived together in Randwick, and I ended up, we got an apartment that cost $650, right? And I go to Liam, we're looking at places, and I was like, oh man, I was on afford $300. Maybe you can afford a bit more, because he was on about, I don't know, maybe if I can calculate it, 8 or 9 times the wage I was on. I was like, maybe you can pay an extra couple hundred, just, you know, for it to be fair. We've been talking today about how things should be fair and how things should be equal and all that sort of stuff. So,
But we're not a married couple.
we're not a married couple at all, but, you know, we're also two friends.
Yeah, we are. At the time, I was, you know, looking back,
Looking
I probably
back.
could have forked out at a bit of extra money.
Liam got the room with the wardrobe and actual walking space, and he
love
actually
that.
lie down in it. And he paid $350, and I got the room next door, which could fit my king bed and not have the door closed ever. No robe, some fucking coat hangers.
It was Harry Potter's room.
It was Harry Potter's
wasn't
room.
under the stairs.
Yeah.
The best
Yeah.
part of all of this, I didn't even look at the apartment.
Yeah, I did.
We were like looking at places, and you just said, "Oh, this one's pretty cool," and obviously looked pretty good in the photos because they only had that one photo, like
the one room, yeah.
all apartment. You know, the sneaky little real estates do.
Yeah.
I looked at it. It looks mad. Good area. Did you go see it? Yeah. Did you like it? Yeah, it looks really good. Should we get it? Yep, sweet. Put it in. Got it. Got there. Looked at the size of your room.
Yeah.
1 by 1 square meter. You could barely put a shoebox in there.
I can't believe
Looked
it.
at my room.
Yeah,
Literally half of the apartment. Somehow decided on a fair price.
Yeah.
I'll pay $350. You pay $300.
You were on like 8 or 9 times the wage I was on too.
Oh,
anyway.
mate. You
Anyway,
just gotta work harder. And like, look at you now.
Yeah, look at me
You're
now.
welcome. You mate.
You're welcome.
Maybe that was like you worked harder, you know.
Yeah, it made me want the big room.
You realised, yeah, you wanted that big room. You chased that big payday, a big room. Maybe we get a place with 2 even rooms. You're like, oh, this isn't so bad. Like we're equal.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not earning the same money, whatever it was, but I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
Maybe I can sit back and relax and not really, you know, keep chasing that big goal. Maybe you're a mediocre player. Maybe not the player you are today,
Well, I was going to cut you off there and just shut the fuck up. But also, what about that house, man?
mate.
That house.
It was good times. It was
That's
good times.
another. There's some stories for when we retire. And,
Yeah, when we're allowed to talk about them, but
about roadness. Yeah, good times.
I just loved how we like every time that the neighbour went to the toilet, we knew.
Yeah.
You know how like the floor was just like
Yeah, and then we had like
they'd breathe and we'd hear it.
we'd have some benders there that was so loud, and music that would be heard down the whole street. And then our neighbour brought us a bottle of wine the next day and welcomed us into the neighbourhood. Was it Rose? Is that her name?
Nah, it was Trish.
Was it Trish?
Trish, she snitched. She snitched on us.
Oh, she did too.
Yeah, she called the cops
the
on us.
South fan.
She called the she called the house.
Yeah, she called South.
Because we were tossing rubbish out.
Yeah.
All right, you think you know someone?
You think you know someone. Well, Liam, have you got anything else that you'd like to bring up on the podcast for episode 4?
Not really, mate. Yeah, I just cannot wait to play this week.
Yeah, well, from
You got a message? What message do you reckon you can get out of?
what message?
Yeah, of this?
Like, out of this podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give you one. Don't always trust your best friend at the time because they will rort you financially every chance they can get. That's I think that's my message. What about you? Have you got one that can that you can sum up the podcast?
Oh, you be accountable to your own actions and work harder, mate. You choose where you live and you choose what
You're
you
talking
do.
about me or the snoring?
Oh, you're talking about the snoring?
No, I was talking about me. I thought you were talking about the snoring.
No, that guy, he's dead to me. But
Okay, right.
no, I think it's just important to have goals. You know, I had to set a lot of goals and put a lot of things in place. And you know, I'm really happy where I'm at. Really proud of what's going on in my life.
Nice.
I think a lot of people out there just keep doing it. You know, keep showing up like we talk about, like what we wanted to talk about in this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep having a crack. Do your best every day. You know.
We'll end on that, eh? Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you all for listening. Everyone who listened to the podcast today, episode 4, please like and subscribe and send us in any questions you'd like us answered as well as the would you rathers or anything else. Love you all and see you later.
This podcast was made by Afternoon Sport Group.